Alright, welcome everyone to today's CLANWAR. I'm your current host and caster from Team CSO, Mousy. Welcome everyone to the stream. I hope you're having a great time. And I hope to see you cheering for whichever team you like the most. See if I can read my chat up here. So today we have CSO Esports facing Team Juggernauts in the License to Kill Team League. We have a 2-minute delay, so be aware of that. Okay, so lobby is set up. We are only waiting on the players. So we are almost good to go, I believe. Okay, so a couple of words from our players, or this matchup specifically. We actually have a, I think, pretty well-known player on Team Juggernauts. It's going to be Mio Micah. So you might know the team from his performances. Him representing the team. But we also have some quite nice names on Team CSO. We're going to start. We have the starting roster of Young Yakov, Grapefruit Man, Moonbeam, and Trifax. Welcome everybody. Welcome Bloodrain. Welcome Calibre. Welcome Hulk. Hope everyone's having a great time. Hopefully we're ready to have some proper StarCraft. Of course, these players are pretty high level, so we're expecting some really high level games. Okay, we were asked 2 minutes to have 2 minutes before we start. And let me just tell you that as a start, we'll have pretty much probably the most, at least in my opinion, the most coin flippy matchup that there is, which is going to be a ZVZ. And you'll soon know between who. Today's maps are going to be in order: Blackburn, Berlingrad, Pride of Altaris, Curious Minds, Glittering Ashes, 2000 Atmospheres, and Hardwire. So it's really interesting that there's either the short rush distance maps that are prioritized earlier in the game, or the match, sorry, and later on we have more standard maps. I think, I mean, we could call Pride of Altaris a big and standard map, but we also know that there's a gold base with 8 mineral patches, so that gives some place for cheese, and plenty of it actually. I'm currently waiting on the CSO players, so as soon as we get the ready check done, we are going to begin. Until then, we're just enjoying some quality StarCraft music. Let me just check real quick if I have everything set up properly. Think I do, hopefully. Welcome Z-Mega or Zy-Mega. Hopefully I nailed at least one of the pronunciations. Remember, there's 2 minutes delay, so whatever happens, I'll get to it basically after 2 minutes. Okay, I think we have some technical issues over here. Also, you can kind of vote in the chat who's going to take this week's clan war between the two teams. I'm trying to figure out who is the roster. All right, we already have a Juggernauts spamming fan here, so it's cool to see players rooting for their teams. Players, owners, managers, coaches, fans, basically everyone. Thank you very much for the cheer. All right, I hope we are ready. All right, so ready check is done. So we are going to be ready and jump into the very first map, that it's going to be Blackburn. We can see the players loading in on the NA server. We are ready to go and start out this very first match of the clan war. Let's present the players for Team Juggernauts. It's going to be in the bottom left, Miomaika. And in the bottom right, we have the Blue Zerg representing CSO Esports. It's going to be Young Yakov. And I'm curious if we are going to see... Ooh, there's a Gastrix. So Miomaika already with something up his sleeve. I'm sorry, just a minute. Sorry, some technical difficulties on my side as well, but we're good to go. We see the spawning pool going down on the side of Miomaika. And the hatchery as well. Pretty... I think it's going to be a aggressive opening on the side of Miomaika. At least that's what the earlier spawning pool signaled to me. But I'll have to admit, sadly, that I'm not too familiar with the Zerg versus Zerg matchup, so it's kind of a bummer. Overlord's going to come in on both sides. And this Overlord is going to see the Zerglings come and move across the map. So the very first disturbing action is starting. Sixlings on the way from Yakov. Drones are just coming down to mine from the natural. And now the micro battle starts. There's 4 links against 6, so there should be an advantage for Yakov. And these links get away pretty much unscathed. And a drone goes down. I saw that correctly then. Yep. Yep, Carrot appeared. That's the real Miomaika. It is indeed Juggernauts Miomaika. Let's lower the sound a tiny bit. Sorry for these issues. Borlings are marching across the map once more. And we see the Evo chamber go down. Roach Warren is already done on the side of Miomaika. Baling Nest is done on the side of Yakov. His queen is under fire. One link goes down without achieving too much of anything. There's a double Evo chamber. So, ooh, that's a double cancel. Okay. That is interesting. That is indeed interesting. And now, oh, the Balings. Oh, Yakov wasn't paying attention. That could cost him. This queen could go down. But these Balings going to scare off these lings. And now we're going to see Miomaika's links going in and just disturbing the mineral lines of Yakov. And there's plenty more links on the side of Miomaika at this point. Oh, and we have a Baling detonating. Okay. And let's see if there's going to be any massive counterattack damage. Oh, and now the roaches show. And that's going to mean that Yakov is going to be in deep trouble. Because these are 9 roaches against 33 links and, well, no Balings actually at this point. Oh, and the surround is nice. The surround from Yakov is pretty nice, but these roaches are not really going down. 1 roach, 2 roach, 3 roaches going down. Finally, they start going down. And now there's only 4 roaches remaining. But there's a massive drone advantage on the side of Miomaika, so there's that. And we see the double evos going down to mitigate some of the surface damage. Baling is getting targeted. Oh, and a couple of nice connections, but will this be enough? And nope. Yakov just GG's. And we have the winner of our first game. It's going to be Miomaika and takes 1 point for Team Juggernauts on the board versus CSO Esports. some reason I cannot solve my technical difficulty on the side of Streamlabs. For some reason I cannot access the chat, but we'll survive through that as well. Alright, so I think the second player, I know who it is. Alright, let's invite the player. Also, quick reminder for those who are just tuning in and haven't really been following the LTK Team League. This is all kill format, which means the player that takes the game from basically the first or second or whichever game survives, so they go over to the next game. We kind of saw the Trifax and Friends scenario last week when Trifax cleanly 4-0'd. I think it was Platoon. Yep, it was Team Platoon. All right, we have the second player in the lobby. So in this case, Mio Micah goes through the second game. Here we go. And we're about to jump onto Berlingrad for a TVZ. And we'll see if CSO will be able to bring this back, or will they be trailing by 2? Okay, let's present the players once more. Starting in the bottom right side of Berlingrad, we have the Red Zerg surviving from last round. It's going to be Mio Micah for Team Juggernauts. This is a cool looking catcher, to be honest. And on the other side, the Green Terran, representing CSO, aka Chaos Spec Ops Esports. It's going to be Grapefruit Man. So, we pretty much know that Grapefruit Man is not too it's not too unfamiliar with these builds. And this position here is actually a really cool one. And we see a third SCV, so this is going to be a full all-in 3 racks proxy. He managed to take games in the past. Let's see if Mio Micah has what it takes. Thank you for the sub. 10 months in a row. Thank you, Daunted. Also, let's remove these and just grab them, because these are best of ones basically. And we'll see if Mio Micah, he's not even going to get there with the Overlord, so First Marine comes out and the SCV. Oh, the SCV might be in trouble. The spawning pool first actually paid off. Alright, hold on. Roach Warren is on the way. I was so fixated on Grapefruit Man just doing this proxy 3 racks that I forgot that Mio Mike is opening aggressive. Probably he studied. He potentially saw games and saw that, okay, Grapefruit Man just likes to go for these aggressive builds. And now we see if the bunker is gonna go up. Oh, this queen is getting destroyed. But these roaches are going to pretty much mean the entire world. And the aggressive roach opener ends the game at 2 minutes and 48 seconds. GG is called and Mio Micah survives, putting CSO Esports with their back against the wall. So that was a really quick game. Surprisingly quick. Just shy of 3 minutes. And yeah, I think this was a really well done preparation by Mio Micah. Potentially, or maybe it was just a blind build order counter on the side of Mio Micah. And just some unlucky build choice from Grapefruit Man. We are getting some really fast games today. If I'm not mistaken, Pride of Altaris should be the next one. Yep. Let's just go ahead and create a lobby. Never mind. Guess we have someone who was faster. Or have to restart SC2 just for a bit. At least I think. Oh, never mind. I thought I'll have to restart, but looks like I don't have. We have the players in the lobby ready for the third game, which is going to be one of my personal most hated maps, namely Pride of Altaris. Let's see if Moonbeam, the third player, is going to be able to withstand Miomaika and just bring at least 1 point on the board for Team CSO Esports. Or will Miomaika assert dominance in the third game as well? Let's see how this pans out. Starting in the top left of Pride of Altaris, we have the Red Zerg, the survivor of last round. It's going to be Miomaika. For Team Juggernauts, of course. And for Team CSO on the other side of the map, in the bottom right, it's going to be the teal Protoss player. It's Moonbeam. I love this Nexus, by the way. The classic Nexus is super nice. Okay, looks like it's not going to be too much of anything happening over here. Gateway Scout from Moonbeam. I really need to look at this. Even the Chrono Boost looks nice. For some reason, I think out of the free stuff, this was the most interesting to see. We're going to see Hatch first from Miomaika, I think. Oh, sorry, nope. What am I talking about? It's Miomaika. So it's going to be a spawning pool first, then the hatchery, then the gas. So it's going to be some faster links potentially sent over on onto the natural of Moonbeam. We see 2 links for now. Queenie started as well, and we just see the Nexus and the Cybercore after. Shouldn't really impact the build order of Moonbeam, and this is only 2 links, so it's not going to be the end of the world. Miomaika is going to arrive, and he's not going to see anything different whatsoever than a usual PvZ opener. Let's see what the first stack is going to be. I'm really curious. Will it be Stargate? Will it be something else? Okay. Robotics facility. And we have a second gateway already. So the wall off is complete. But do we have... The probe goes down, so these links do not go across. Honestly, for some reason, I like the design of this map. But I don't like the map itself. The tile set and everything else looks really nice, honestly, but for some reason I just hate that basically how it's set up and how you play it. All right, this is a cool looking stalker. For some reason I'm obsessed today with skins. The stalker, I am not sure if it's going to... Nope, I don't think it's going to get rid of that overlord. So Miomaika is going to be able to potentially scout something. We have 3 more gateways coming down, so it's going to be a 5 gateway push, as it looks like. There's a quick third base on the side of Miomaika. Roach Warren goes down as well, and we see the lair morphing. See another gas. So there's 2 gases taken by Miomaika. I'm curious what this build is going to be. Definitely going to see some roaches, especially defensively. It's going to be a good choice. And I'm really curious what this is going to be for Moonbeam. Okay, I believe this is going to be the 5 gateway all-in. I think the captain, Harston, had a guide on it. And we see the War Prism actually transporting 4 of those stalkers. So if there's any overlords, it's going to be hidden. Not anymore though. Now some lings, getting rid of some lings. Roaches are on the way. There's a single roach and 25 lings. Roach speed on the way. There's no droning, and Moonbeam is pretty much doing an all-in over here. Overseer goes down, and potentially another Overlord. A couple of lings are getting chipped away. Will this be enough on the side of Moonbeam? The Queen is going to march down from the ramp, and this needs to get taken out. Otherwise, if the War Prism falls, this all-in is going to be over. Will this be enough from Moonbeam? That's the question. Looks like it's doing pretty well. It's going to depend on the micro, heavily on the micro. Oh, this Adept. Stalker gets saved. And we have Mio Micah just getting supply blocked. Potentially supply block after supply block. 3 overloads on the way, but 3 overloads are desperately out of reach at this point. There's 2 spine crawlers. The 3 overlords potentially going to unblock Mio Micah. But there's a lot of stalkers over here that are pretty decent against the roaches. This might just be enough for Moonbeam. We might just see CSO Esports taking the first game tonight. And GG's called. Moonbeam with a really nice all-in build order takes CSO Esports and put themselves on the board with this really exciting, really nice all-in. Super fast games today. We might just be done in a really short time. All right. This was this was a really exciting match. First of all, because I believe, well, I guess Moonbeam is a couple hundred MMR lower than the Mio Micah. But we have another well-known Juggernauts player to some people that actually follow that region. And I'll keep it as a surprise for next. Let's just say that it's a not too bad of a player, to say the least. Pretty exciting to watch. And let's just say that Moonbeam actually like grabbed the whole team on his back and put them on the board, and that is a welcome surprise. I was hoping for some kind of surprise on the side of CSO Esports, but honestly I was figuring that Mio Micah is going to be dominant, and I guess not going for an aggressive opener just backfired in game number 3. But the next player is going to be really really nice player as well, just like Mio Micah. We are waiting for the players to ready up. We have one ready. We have another ready. Good luck is called. And I'll just keep it as a surprise until we load in. On the top side, the top left, we have the Teal Protoss player, the destroyer of the Zerg from last game, the survivor for Team CSO Esports. We have Moonbeam. And on the other side, we have another great Zerg player. This time in the blue, it's going to be Gogo Joey. Alright, so another interesting player. I am really curious what type of build order we're going to see from Moonbeam this time. Will he go for another all-in? Or will we see something different? Okay, this time we have somewhat more of a standard build order from the Zerg as well. We have the good old Hatch first. And Moonbeam's going to see the timing. And it's going to see the gas follow-up and the spawning pool. So he's going to see that there shouldn't be too much of anything happening other than standard stuff. See some mineral harassment. And we see the typical standard opener from the Protoss as well. Ooh, and we see a rally into the gas. Alright, alright. I like that. I'm wondering if this was no, this wasn't the 17 Nexus, right? No. Couldn't. Of course, Miomaika is a very good player. And yes, for anyone who's confused, I am not the one who's typing from the CSO Esports Twitch account. I am just the streamer. I am not the owner of it. And I'm not logged into it, so... Yes, Miomaika is a really, really nice player. And I can happily be unbiased because my heart goes for CSO Esport, but I also like the style of Miomaika as well as Gogo Joey. But yeah, I was thinking if we can call last game an upset, but I figure that it was pretty much just a closely packed game. I'm not sure about the exact difference in these matchups, so I'll just need some time to figure out these MMRs. Oh, will this be a creep tumor snipe? Oh, nope, no snipe on the creep tumor, and the adept loses all the shields, takes some hull damage. What's it going to be the follow-up? Okay, we see the Roach Warren. Third base almost finished. The creep is almost... well, it's almost connected to the third base. This Overlord is going to spot pretty much everything. And now, yep, he sees pretty much... Actually, no, he doesn't. He doesn't see that this is a... well, he's going to know that this is a robo facility. 100% sure of that. And we see glaives being researched, but these roaches are going to be somewhat of a counter to it. So I'm curious how Moonbeam is going to approach this situation. I don't think Moonbeam has any knowledge. Also, okay, Gogo Joey just sees the adepts moving out, and I believe no, he has no idea about the warpism as of now, and we only have 2 gates, so this is... I don't think this is too committal. And we have 3 roaches. I'm curious if Gogo Joey knows. He's just sending his Overlord in, so he's going to be surprised that there's no additional gateways. And he's going to see this, and he should know about the non-committal side of this build. Moonbeam is taking off Wait, hold on. Are these only like... Ooh, these might have been just... Oh, these were only Zerglings, no drone damage. So no economic damage. That is kind of a bummer, honestly. I am not sure if that was the plan the whole time. But definitely not the worst case scenario for Gogo Joy. And we see that saturation kicking in on the third base as well. Lair is started. We see second gas being taken. This overload is going to go down, but it actually, I believe it scouted pretty much everything. We see another gateway, and we saw a robo bay as well. Does Gogo Joy know about this whole thing? Yep, he knows about it. So he knows about the robo bay. Still has this overload. This is big for Gogo Joy. Doesn't know about the 3 extra gateways that they're going down right now. So there's a couple of adepts over here trying to get this Ravager. They're going to get it, I believe. Nope, not quite. Ooh, and there's a Warpism Micro. Nicely done by Moonbeam. It's going to be in range soon. Nope, guess Moonbeam just gives up. I'm really curious what we're going to see over here. Blink is researched, so there's a third base. Oh, but the third base is going to be under fire. Good thing we're paying attention to the minimap. That overlord above the natural is going to be dealt with. A couple of zealots being warped in to be the meat shield. Will this be enough? No bios connecting, which is a sign of relief for Moonbeam. What's it going to be the follow-up? Okay, disruptors are going to be the follow-up. Do we have a second robo? No, we don't have a second robo, so single robo disruptor production. We'll see if that is going to be enough. There's a queen, and Blink is not finished yet. I am not sure if Moonbeam wants to commit to this. We have 2 adepts going in. Oh, and there's not going to be any warp pins whatsoever. Gogo Joy was in position, and there's a spore as well on that position. Disruptor shot being fired. Takes out a single unit, which is not the best shot in the entire world. And now it gives away that there's disruptors. We see the Zerg expanding into the top right. Going for that vertical. Oh, and these links are actually in. Oh, but the Bailings cannot really connect. Oh, nice force field. That was a saving grace. The Ravagers are being sniped with these disruptors. Nicely done by Moonbeam. And Moonbeam is on fire, honestly. After that well, let's just say non-committal. Let's call it a non-committal Glaive Adept push. He actually manages to stabilize on 3 bases, while Gogo Joy being on 4, so it's not the end of the world. And pretty much secures a decent position, even on creep, with some disruptors. And we have 4 disruptors, and we have a Colossi as well. So the Colossi is going to be really good against those Bailings and Zerglings. This observer is doing massive work, checking if the army is close enough. Let's see if the surround is going to work out. Oh, these disruptor shots could be dangerous. The creep is off. It's off creep. The queen is off creep, I mean. Sorry for mistalking or Misspelling everything pretty much. Oh, and now these stalkers are doing massive damage. The blink style is actually a dominant version of the PvZ meta right now. I'm actually dying over here, but it doesn't matter because Moonbeam is doing really well with this blink micro. He's sniping units left, right, and center. And there's no flag. Gogo Joy is in deep trouble. Oh, will these bios connect? No, bios do not connect. Roaches are being sniped left, right, and center. And there's a lot of overlords over here. Ooh, this could mess up the AI targeting. So Moonbeam has to target fire everything. Drones are being pulled. And I think we're a couple of seconds away from being GG. And it's called Moonbeam equalizes and puts CSO on his back. Literally breaking his back and carrying the whole team through the finish line of the second game. Really nicely done by Moonbeam. Wow. Wow, that was literally, I think, by far the craziest and best game to cast for this series. So yeah, that's pretty much my personal favorite. You can put your votes on which was your favorite game for tonight, by the way. And of course, without being biased, I think the two best games should be game number 2 and number 4. First of all, game number 2, the preparation / build order counter. I'm still not sure which one was that. And this game, the execution was really, really nice. Yeah, so basically Moonbeam went beast mode. Okay, we're waiting for 5 minutes for the next Juggernauts player. Okay, I'm trying not to be either disrespectful or anything, but without like really without being disrespectful by any means, I have to say that we can call like a semi-upset, I think. These 2 wins, not to take away anything from Moonbeam, because obviously he managed to take it by his own. So, wow, I'm just stunned, honestly, because I was expecting 2 different players to perform today, and I say 2 because I'm thinking about 2 quote-unquote star players of CSO esports. And I believe I have, let's just be clear on that, I have no idea which are the 2 remaining players on the side of Juggernauts, but I think it's safe to say that Moonbeam taking out Gogo Joy and Mio Micah is not exactly the most expected outcome, especially after the first two games shown by Mio Micah. The fourth game was standard, so I guess it was easier for both sides to just like relax and do something standard that they are both comfortable with. There was no too much of a crazy micro heavy battle. Maybe the adepts. Maybe the adepts just shading in and, you know, uh, having to protect the drones, dealing with the adepts, not losing focus on the micro behind it, on both sides actually. That was pretty much the only intense part of the first 5 to 6 minutes. Then we kind of managed to stabilize into a macro game, and Moonbeam pretty much executing the Blinkstalker style combined with a Robobay, bringing a fantastic gameplay with it. So I believe we can just safely say that Moonbeam is on fire today, which I am happy, of course, due to my Protoss bias. But yeah, I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying my best, but let's just say I'm kind of a fan of Protosses who can basically deal with Zerg in this manner, because this is like a dominant in your face style with the mobile army, not too committal, blinking left, right, and center, throwing disruptor balls. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the best way to deal with a Roach Ravager Baneling style, or Lingbane Ravager to say, to specify even better. So in the meantime, as we are waiting, I am trying to figure out who the next player is going to be. We already know who the player from CSO is, because Survivor goes on. All right. I think there's still no sign of the third player. We also have one ace left upon our sleeves. Let's just try to catch up with the chat. The good old chat says I'm more of a streamer than a caster, or maybe I'm both at this point and maybe transitioning towards a caster rather than a streamer. I still have the need basically to read chat because I'm curious. Okay, so you see that people were talking about me on mic, I believe, being a very polite player and a special guy. Using disruptors kind of like playing bowling. Yep, indeed, Carrot appear. That was indeed something similar to that. And yep, it was a splendid hold on both, basically on both sides. Remember that Moonbeam actually held the natural. If those Lings and Bailings would go in, I think it would be a totally different game. Either would have ended much faster, or would have been like an advantage for Go Joey. That force field was clutch. That's for sure. Alright, so until we get to the next game, let me power some water and whatnot. Trying to stay hydrated. I'm trying to reply to everyone. I'm trying to entertain people. I'm not gonna say it's the hardest thing in the world, but it's definitely a difficult one. Especially when I'm trying to figure what to do with pretty much no content whatsoever. Maybe we should play a game or something like that. Of course, we're not going to do that because they could appear in every moment, any moment, much. All right, we have some kind of update, but I don't want to. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, so okay, it's kind of unclear what's happening over here. So Okay, we're just going to wait on the update. Well, we got the update. And the update is CSO Esports won by the rules. 2 players from Juggernauts sadly cannot present. One of them has a malfunctioning PC. The other one kind of slept in, as far as I understood this whole situation. And if I'm not mistaken, the rules are no revives. So I guess that means we have a winner. Sadly, the clan war is not played out entirely, but that means CSO takes the win 4-2, I believe. So that means that is going to be for us today. Sadly, but still not sadly, I'm happy for our team to win. I'm sad that they could not play out the entire clan war. Congratulations to CSO Esports, GG Juggernauts, GG Miomaika, and Gogo Joey representing as the 2 players. I hope you can actually catch us next week. And yeah, I would love to see you next week for basically the next matchup. We'll update you on that one. Be sure to follow Twitter, join the CSO Esports community Discord, and of course, on behalf of CSO Esports and myself, Mousy, I wish you a wonderful Saturday evening, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers and peace out.